Aside from the health benefits that walking has, such as increasing your cardiovascular fitness and endurance, I just find walking so therapeutic. In this video, I want to talk about the benefits that I found, how I felt during this experiment, the not so good aspects, and how I was able to achieve my goal even when I didn't feel like I was able to do so. Whether you just want to incorporate walking into your daily routine or you want to challenge yourself and increase that step goal, I hope this video gives you some insight and encouragement to just get started. Walking long distance is not new to me. I've been doing it all my life. I remember growing up in the Caribbean, walking an hour and a half each way to and from high school in the middle of a heat wave. We have two seasons, wet and dry. They're both really hot. And nothing changed when I learned how to drive and moved to the States. I was averaging 10-12k for the past, I don't remember how many years. And then I was like, what is 5 more K's gonna do? And boy, was I wrong. I won't be going into the details of every single day that I walk because I'll just be a way too long of a video, but I will be popping up some screenshots of my step count. To track my steps, I use both my Google Fitness app, which is connected to my watch. It is not an Apple Watch. And I also use my Apple Heart Fitness app, which is only tracking my steps through my phone. So if I have my phone placed down on a table, I just left it behind, then my steps will be only counting through my watch, which is connected to my Google app. But if I didn't have my watch on, then my Heart Fitness app through Apple was the only way that I was tracking my steps. All this to say, you see two types of different screenshots because sometimes I would place my phone on the table, leave it behind, and I was only counting steps through my watch. And sometimes I forgot to charge my watch overnight, and so I only was able to track my steps through my phone. As with everything, the perfect time to start is now. You don't have to wait until it's Monday or the first of the month, though I do that. So I understand the sentiment, but just start. They call me sassy when I'm strolling down. Honestly, I'm not super motivated about this vlog. I just got home from work and I'm super tired. I got a few hours of sleep last night and it's just been a rough weekend. But this vlog is gonna do me good. It's probably gonna get me out of my head. So we're gonna push through and get it done. Let's do it. Yes, we completed her steps goal. I'll see you tomorrow. I think it's very important, especially if you're doing a challenge like this where it's going to take you extra effort to increase those steps, is to incorporate your daily steps into your routine. I have two jobs. One starts at 7:30 until 3:30 and then I have another one right after or in between sometimes. And if I wait until the end of the day to complete my 20,000 steps, that's average 4 or 5 hours. And I do not run, so most of my steps were done walking, probably like 99% of them. And if I wait until the end of the day, I get home with the traffic and everything by 5 p.m. the days that I'm not doing my second job. And so walking until 9 p.m. that's just not realistic. It's not doable and it's not sustainable. The way I did it for me, incorporating my walks into my daily routine, is I try to walk as much as I could. I parked far during my lunchtime. If I have 30 minutes or longer to eat, then I'll eat my meal half of that time and the other half I just go for a couple laps in our field track at work. If I had 5 minutes in between classes or I had a 15-minute break, I just walk back and forth around the area around the school. So most days by the time I got home, I had already done 10,000 steps, and so I only had 10,000 more, so that would be like an hour and a half or two. And obviously lives happen, it rains sometimes, and so the weather doesn't permit for me to go outside, which is my preferred way to do it. And so I had to hop on the treadmill a few days. I think actually it was like more than a few days that I wasn't able to go outside or that I wasn't able to walk during my lunch break. And so I did have to do a few hours more than I wanted to on the treadmill, but for the most part I did it outside, both at work and when I got home. They call me classy when I'm serving just the best. I can be deadly when I find somebody lovely. And now I'm ready like a kitty in a dress. Don't call me mean, I just want someone. My laundry's going on because I need to wash whatever's in there. So sorry about the noise. I am beat, but I got my steps done. And I'm super proud of myself. I'll see you tomorrow. The first week is usually the most challenging one because obviously you're doing something new, and though I had the habit of doing my long walks which is the first thing to do in any and with any challenge, is build that habit. And so I had that already, that foundation created for me, so that was easy. But then those 5 extra K, I thought it was gonna be so easy to just add 5K more, but it was not, because a lot of times I came home and I was just so tired. And when you're tired, the time goes so slow. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't as easy, and I didn't know how difficult it was gonna be to add just 5 extra K.
My desperation knows no termination, baby. Now would you love me if I were somebody else?
I wouldn't say that I decreased my screen time, because I allow myself to still be on my phone as long as I was doing my walk, especially on the treadmill. I was like, okay, I'm gonna allow myself to scroll my phone as much as I want to until I'm done with my steps. But before and after that, I was not on my phone as much, because I just used a chunk of time to the challenge, and so the rest of the time it was just to do whatever else I had to do. But a lot of the times when I was outside, I wanted to just enjoy the weather and be more connected with nature. I didn't use my phone as much unless it was a podcast or a video that I didn't need to watch to understand. It was something that, again, it was like a podcast that I could just listen to. Another thing I had to do to be able to complete my challenge and not to be here at night on the treadmill, it was to get up a little extra early in the morning. I usually wake up around 5:15 to get ready, and sometimes I woke up like at 4:30, 4:45, and just went downstairs to the gym and walked for 30 minutes, and then came back upstairs and shower, and then went about my day. And that was like 5K, so that was a big chunk of that. By the time I got home, sometimes I have 15K, and I just had like less than an hour to finish my steps, go outside to a park nearby, and it was just so nice and breezy. But I was getting tired around like 8-9 p.m. and so just 2 bottles. ¿Se mira bien ahí?
Sí. I would swing it to the beat, I'd be a mover, and everyone be jealous of my touch. I just wanna be the one.
These are another things where I'm telling you to do as I say, not as I did, because I should have invested in a better pair of shoes. I do have these hiking boots because most of my walking was hiking, and so I was able to wear those boots, and those are, I find, high quality, and I did feel that I had enough cushion and protection. But I used my really beat up non-walking shoe for my regular walks, and I got blisters all over my feet. Highly recommend get you a good pair of walking shoe if you're hiking, a pair of hiking boots for those, and then get those heel protection, because oh my goodness, those are amazing. Good morning. My voice is still a little rusty because I haven't spoken since I woke up. It is 8 a.m. I am trying to do a hike at a new location. I'm trying to discover different trails, which is something I thought would be fun since I am doing this challenge. And so today I'm going to this one that it's an hour away from here. I got blisters on my heel, and they say that if it's big and painful, you can pop it and drain it. You just have to disinfect the needle and then pop it a little bit and then put a band-aid on it. I'm gonna wait until I come back. So I got this gel heel protective, and hopefully that will help. I'm gonna do that, and then I'll pop it when I come back. They feel so nice and refreshing and cooling and comfortable. Ooh, highly recommend.
Head southeast, then turn left.
Bessa is coffee secure. Let's do this.
Everyone be jealous of my touch. I just wanna be the one that makes you true. No one to be a super duper cool, not a smoother little puss. Wish I had a tail. Wish I had a tail. Can't say I even know what's right, what's wrong. If I had a tail, if I had a tail.
I was having a conversation with a couple of teenagers yesterday, and they were asking me if it doesn't get lonely living and being alone, and I was trying to explain to them that you can still be somebody else and feel loneliness. But obviously I would have loved to come here with somebody else. Everybody that I've seen are either here with a friend, family member, or a significant other. But also this is my time for me to disconnect. In the past couple of years, I've realized how much I love my independence. I love living alone, and I am not willing or ready to give it up unless it's with my long-term partner, which is not here yet. I did not have a specific physical fitness goal in mind. Obviously, it's always nice to show some definition after a challenge like this, that it feels that it's forever and when you put so much effort into it. But ultimately, my grandma, so my dad's mom, and then my sister, which we share the same, all three siblings share the same dad and mom, has asthma, and now her daughter, my niece, and so there's some health breathing issues in the family, and I myself struggle with that too. And so my ultimate goal was to regulate my breathing so I don't feel like I was dying after climbing a couple stairs, and or if I have to run for my life, that I didn't die for the lack of oxygen before the person chasing me killed me first. All this to say, my ultimate goal was health related, not so much of a physical. So, which is fine if that's your goal, but for me it was more important to work on my breathing other than just how I look physically.
I just want someone to love me, someone to lick my wounds and kiss my aching body. My desperation knows no term.
Though I found my body did change, I got some definition in my legs and my stomach shrank a little bit. I had to increase my calorie intake. So I'm not a snacker naturally. I don't care for snacking in between meals. I do like to have something sweet at the end of each meal, but I'm not one to be eating in between meals. But for this challenge, I did do snack because I wanted to listen to my body, and I was so much hungry because I was spending a lot of calories. So I wanted to make sure that I gave my body the nutrients that it needed. I have that at a weird angle because I really have to hurry up and go before it gets too warm. I don't enjoy my walks or anything outdoors when it's overly warm and humid. And so I was up bright and early by 6 a.m. I took a long shower and washed my hair. I have a hair care protein, what do you call it, leave-in conditioning, and I'll take it off when I come back because I'll have to shower again, obviously. But one of the things that you often hear when you're doing a challenge, especially if it is fitness related, is that not to rely on motivation and being motivated, because it comes and goes. You don't always feel motivated to do something, and that doesn't always happen. I'm like any other human being, can also not have any motivation some days. I just want to stay in and not go and get 20,000 steps, because during the weekend it's more challenging for me because I work during the week. I'm able to get some of the steps done and then come home and either go to a park and finish them there, or go to a treadmill downstairs at the gym. But during the weekend it's my time off for me to relax and do things that I enjoy doing, and so I have to be more intentional about it, especially if I want to get them done at once, like this morning. And so getting 20,000 steps at once, it's a lot. It takes hours versus when I'm not doing this challenge and I'm just going about my day, my weekend, I probably average like 10-12,000 steps, which is fine for me. I would like to get that motivation, obviously not rely on it, because again it comes and goes, but if I can do anything to be motivated, then I'm gonna do it. And one of the things that motivates me is putting a cute outfit on, regardless of whether I'm going to a supermarket, I'm going for a walk, or to work. I like to feel good in what I'm wearing, and it doesn't have to be anything special or even expensive. This long sleeve top. I got it in 3 colors. I have this one in brown, I have it in black and in white, and I love it because it's a sustainable and breathable material, and I paid $11 for it, and I love the fit, and it's a little cheaper, so I love the flare of it. And then these leggings are over a decade old. I'm pretty sure I paid like $11 or $15 for it, and it's also in a breathable material. I get questions about it, and I'm like yeah, it's over a decade old. I even had a hole inside my leg, and so I had to pull my sewing kit today and sew it, but you couldn't tell that it was a hole in there because I sew it pretty good. But I love it. I just love how it makes me feel. I'm very aware that I'm not a large or a big. I am the biggest I've been since I was a teenager. One, because I am purposely eating a lot more to nourish my body because I am exercising a lot more, and so because I'm being so active, I want to make sure that my body gets all the nutrients and all the foods it needs. And 2, because it's just where my body is right now. I fluctuate a lot, and it's just a normal thing to happen. All this to say, some clothing are fitting me a little tighter than I like, and they don't necessarily make me feel as cute as I want to feel. And so finding something like this leggings that are a decade old that makes me feel like $1 million regardless of where I am in life with my body is just always something that I appreciate, and that motivates me to just get up and go get my 20k steps done. Now that I'm done with that rant, I am going to get me some coffee and start my walk before it gets too warm for me to be enjoying it, because I do want to get them all done outside. So let's go. Oops, I just put my camera on top of bird poop. I love coming to this park. I'm out of breath because I just went up those stairs. I underestimate how steep they are. I would say overall this is a medium hike. I like it. I usually do a few loops around this area, and that'll get me too close to the 20k steps. So that's what I'm doing today. It's getting pretty busy now, so I think I'm gonna go and start my walk. I'm gonna sound cliche, but obviously hydrate, because you don't want to pass out when you walk, especially if you're doing this during the hot months. Because I am grateful that I choose this month to do it, because it's warm once in a while, but it's still in the spring, early spring season, and so I was able to get a lot of my walks. Especially if I got up early in the morning around 7, 8, I was able to beat that like heat wave. And so if you are planning on doing something like this in the middle of the summer, please hydrate. Do not pass out, especially if you're going alone, because most of my walks were alone. I got to do a couple of days with a few friends, but for the most part, because of the time of day that I did it and how I did it, and I just actually enjoy doing my hikings alone. So I am a creature of habit. If I find something that I like and works for me, I would do it repeatedly. And today I'm going to the same trail that I went yesterday because I really like it, and it's just easy for me, another area, and just like it. So I'm going there. I have to try to order my coffee ahead, and they're not taking orders ahead today, and so I have to go into the store. Hopefully the line's not that long because it is Sunday morning. And the parking at the trail, there's spaces to park, but it's very tight, and so it's just more difficult. But yesterday this girl, I'm not trying to make fun of her, because honestly I heard that here they don't make you, in Nashville or Tennessee, they don't make you do the parallel park before you pass your test for your driver's license. For me, it was a must. I took my driver's license test in Massachusetts, so you have to know how to parallel park, and you cannot take more than like 3 takes. You have to go 1, 2 and fix your car, otherwise you fail. So at least that's how it was when I took it, and so I know how to parallel park. This girl, 10 minutes she was trying to park, and I'm like, girl, if you don't know how to parallel park, just park somewhere else. And so she was in front of me, and I was like, oh my god, this girl's gonna hit me. I was filming, so I had the camera on, and I'm like, oh my god, this girl's gonna hit me. This person in front of me has been trying to parallel park for the past like 5 minutes. People do not know how to parallel park in Nashville. But yeah, people were honking at her because she was just taking forever, and she was like blocking people on the way, like going out, and it was a whole thing. So I got out. I was like, hey, you need to like get out so I can move, and then you can come back in. But anyways, I felt sorry for her because, you know, kind of embarrassing, but I guess she's trying to learn how to pedal park. It's just not the right time or the place. Anyways, let's go get my coffee because I need some coffee in my life. I didn't put makeup on today because I'm like, I'm just gonna be all sweaty. And so my sunscreen, my hat, my outfit. Ooh, I have a cute outfit on, so I want to show it to you. Hold on. Again, it's gonna get super warm today, so I went for shorts. I don't remember. I think this was from Net-a-Porter. I got it on sale a summer or so ago. And this is from Free People. My hiking boots. Got my hat on. And I grabbed my crossbody bag, and I'll be ready to go. It's such a gorgeous day today. I'm out of breath again because those steps. I decided not to put my headphones on today, just so I can be more present with nature. It just feels so wonderful.
My desperation knows no termination, baby. Now would you love me if I was somebody else? Wish I had a tail. Wish I had a tail.
I can't even get my words out. It is a beautiful day for a hike. It is 64 degrees and I prefer colder. I'm a colder weather type of girl. People always make fun of me because they're like, you're Caribbean. You grew up in an island next to the beach. How are you preferring cold over warm? And I'm like, I didn't choose to be born in the Caribbean. I love the Caribbean for vacation, but I just prefer a colder climate. The sun is hitting really hard. I just got back to my car. I didn't film a whole lot of my walk because it's been a rough couple of days or weeks, to be honest. I just found out that a friend has advanced cancer. It was not an easy day to begin with, and so I couldn't get like a normal lunch break to go and do some of my steps outside, especially because it was a nice day out. And so I didn't get that, and then I went home and found out about my friend, and I've known she was in the hospital and she was ill, but they were doing some testing and tried to figure out what's wrong with her, and we suspected it was some form of cancer. And last night they confirmed. And ever since I couldn't get back out, and I thought about just redoing the whole thing or now finishing the video, but you know, life happened, and one day that I was short a few thousands is fine. I'm just gonna again add an extra day. And
you know, there's this question.
And I get a smoothie at this smoothie place, and they make delicious smoothie with ginger, mango, and other things. So I'm gonna pick one up on my way home and just go home and stay home for the rest of the day. So yeah, let's do it. I'm trying to decide if I bring my jacket or not because it is 56. And I'm loving it because again, I love cold weather, but this is in wool, so it's thin, but it's also breathable, but it's also warm. And so I don't know if when I'm walking I get super warm with this jacket which has synthetic materials. Anyways, I came scared the crap out of me. That was my car. I loved, but came to a new trail. It's called Ratner Lake State Park, and I came here to check it out because I've heard some good things about it, but I haven't checked it out. It's not that far from me, but it is in Nashville versus like I live a little outside of Nashville, and it's not the safest area, which is so bad to say, but I do not live in the safest space, and so I try to stay away from like staying local and just like go 10 minutes out and just look for not only trails but like other things to do outside of my hometown or the town that I live in. But anyways, I'm rambling because I'm procrastinating leaving the car, but I don't know why. Let's do it. Let's just go. Oh, this is beautiful. Not the most attractive angle, but there is a lot of people getting busier because it's later in the morning. When I got here, there was not that many people, and I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable, so oh my god, look at the stock. Oh, I was at work. I went to pick up something. I took the day off today, and I typed parked near me. I've been thinking about, because I've been looking into moving for a while now. It's just not safe where I live. It's like a park nearby and cafes. One of my favorite YouTubers was saying that you should narrow your apartment search based on your priorities. Like, I've always valued nature and going outside and staying active, but now more than ever, I want to make sure that I have a little nice park near my next place where I live, and cafes. If they're walking distance, even better. I came here because it's the closest park to me, so I come here every time. I'm on a time constraint, so if I have to go be somewhere soon and I want to get a quick walk in, or if it's dark out and I want to be around home, I come here. It's only 5 minutes away, and Starbucks is also like 5 minutes away, so it's like go stop for some Starbucks and then I come here. That's what I did this morning. It is 9:01. I've been here since like 8:30 something, and I have to go back in like 30 minutes because I have plans with a friend. She's been checking on me because of recent events, and she saw how sad I was, and so she's like, I'm gonna get you out of the apartment, so let's go for a brunch. And I'm like, okay. Never said out to brunch. I'm excited to be out of the apartment and get myself distracted. At this point in time of the this level of humidity, I have given up on hair makeup, because if you before or know me personally, you know that I have kinky curly hair, and humidity is my worst enemy when it comes to keeping my hair like this without going 3 times as big. Ooh, I need to put Bandages on because I have blister all over my feet. Went to a new park today, and I didn't realize until yesterday that I have just a few more days with this. We made it, a few more days and I'm done with this challenge. Realistically, I can't say that I can keep up with a 20K going forward, but for sure most days I can get 10 just at work alone. So my goal is to go back to 12, 15. Quick outfit check. I'm outfit repeating because there's only so many outfits you can wear in 28 days without repeating them, but also I don't have a lot of outdoor exercise working out pieces that make me feel like $1 million bucks, and so I keep wearing the ones that do. I did get this bag recently from Everlane. It was on sale to like $30. I've been eyeing it because I did have a suede one that looked like this, and it just didn't work for me because of the material. I kept getting sweat on it and it just looks not nice or sanitary. And so I got this one. I think this one is made in nylon or polyester, but I love the green olive color and the size, so it fits all my essentials. And that is the look. The key to avoid this heat wave is to come first thing in the morning. I woke up around 7. I've turned into this morning person. I did not used to be a morning person, for sure. But as I got older, I just cannot stay in bed past 6 a.m. So that forces me to go to bed before midnight, which it doesn't always happen. But I'm in bed before midnight. I'm up by 6, and then I get to come in my early walks before it gets way too humid and hot, and it's just nasty. This park is called Hidden River, and I'm about to walk into the lake portion of the lake park, and I'm so excited. It's empty. It's just like I'm here because it is 8 a.m. in the morning on a Sunday morning, so it's very nice and empty, and the river is right behind me. Oh my goodness, this is a gorgeous. I can't believe I've never been here and it's so close to me. I was thinking walking that way and standing or sitting over here, but that's the end of the rock, and then there's a river right underneath it. But I think I'm gonna pass just because it's just me. If I was with somebody else to offer me extra support, maybe, but I don't think I should. Something is telling me not to do it, and yeah, again, not ready to die today, so I'm gonna pass on that. But what a beautiful view. I don't think the footage of this video is doing the justice. It's so peaceful in here. I'm getting hungry though, so I think I'm gonna continue the end of my walk and then go get me something to eat. A nice trail, a very nice trail. So far, one of my favorite ones. A beautiful day. It is 80 something degree Fahrenheit, which to me every time it goes past 75 I think it's like automatically super hot and humid, sticky and nasty, but it's not humid. It's nice and warm, but there's some breeze. The sun is out, but it's not like too strong. It's just perfect. As long as I'm on the shade. Once I get underneath the sun, I'm gonna be like it was raining earlier, so the ground is very wet. I've been wearing the shorts all week because they're so comfy, so I might have to get myself a couple because they're not like hugging my body, so even if it's hot and humid, it's not that uncomfortable. I believe today is my last day of the 30 days challenge. Don't quote me on it. I just lost track of time in the days because it's just been a tad chaotic in my life lately. I'm asleep and follow my last watch. We are so capable of doing more than what we think we can. A lot of times, again, I just didn't feel like doing anything. I just wanted to come home and just lay on the couch and call it a night. And I think that's okay if sometimes that's what you feel like doing. If your body and mind is telling you that's what you need to do, then you do that. Just test the limits. Obviously be safe, especially if you're alone. Be safe. That's one of the things that my friends kept saying. Oh my god, please be safe. One of my friends even got me a little bit alarm. She was like, open it like this, you throw it on the ground, and then you run for your life. I was like, got it. Cannot run. I'll try, but thank you so much. So very sweet. But be safe, push yourself. You got this, and I appreciate you. If you made it all the way to the end, you are a true MVP, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.